Okay, so time for the wrap-up of the grand final of the ACC Men's Premier Cup 2023. Couldn't get to it yesterday. The rain came down after the post-tournament celebrations, and really I was exhausted. I was an emotional wreck at the end of 2.5 weeks of amazing cricket. And for Nepal, what a day. What an occasion. They have made history. They have won the ACC Men's Premier Cup for the first time, and they are off to the Asia Cup, going on to take on India and Pakistan. I'm not sure the 4 or 5 minutes I'm going to chat to you here are going to be enough to wrap up what an amazing occasion yesterday was. We went into the reserve day, we went into Tuesday, and I was worried, to be honest, after such an amazing crowd on Monday and 25,000 people staying with umbrellas in the rain. I was worried that maybe Tuesday might have had a little bit of a damp squib, but how wrong was I? At 8:30, just as I arrived, the ground was already close to capacity, and if anything, we had a bigger crowd on the Tuesday, on a work day, for what was a day that everybody who was there will truly never forget. It was interesting too. Initially, the 10th wicket partnership started to cause a few jitters, and I thought the way that Karthik Mayappan and Junaid Siddique batted was pretty impressively, but Lalit Rajbanshi, what a tournament he had. 4 wickets for him, and maybe my favourite shot of the entire day, even with the drama of Gulshan Jazz knock and what more, was this one. The 10th wicket fell. It was hit down to long on, where Kushal Bertel took a pretty simple catch, and in the background we had all the different members of the police force looking up at the crowd and making sure they were doing their job, as they did so brilliantly throughout. And as he took the catch, that policeman, he jumped into the air, complete spontaneity. It was magic, one of hundreds of magic moments that made the day what it was. What about the chase? Well, initially there was jitters and there was real nerves, and I, for one, my heart was racing. It was 20 for 3, and the game, it just looked like it had another classic encounter built on it. But the big calls have been made by Monty Desai and Rohit Paudel throughout Monty's reign, and they've all gone their way. They sent in a 17-year-old, a left-hander, Gulshan Jazz, at number 3. I think for a couple of reasons, primarily because Ayan Khan, to neutralise his threat, the left-arm off-spinner, turning the ball into him, the 17-year-old who had a brilliant tournament, 13 wickets for him. And didn't Jazz respond? He seems to love the big occasion. 50, including 20 off the over of Mohammad Wasim a month ago in March, which was critical to get Nepal that big win. And then yesterday on Tuesday, what a knock, 67 off 84 balls, 6 sixes he hit. And the youngster, he's just such a phenomenal talent. That sparked jubilant scenes of celebration. Bim Sharkey played his role too, and there was a lot of niggle out there was a lot of tension, and there was a little bit of silliness, I have to say, at times from both teams. I'm not too sure about Rohan Mustafa's celebrations, but he who laughs last laughs the longest, and that's what Nepal are doing. They have triumphed, they have won that tournament, and it is really, for me, I think it's just the start of something ever so special. As I said to a few of the gathered media, and I think that clip's gone out there, and a few people will have seen it, the sky is the limit for this young team. Rohit Paudel continues to impress me in so many ways. He is such a marvellous and calm young leader, and everyone in that team, every single player in the backroom staff, they're a special group. And what's more, I think they are going to go on to bigger and better things. And the way that Nepali cricket is trending, it is ever so exciting. Where they're going to go in the next 6 to 9 months, that will only be the start of it. There's going to be much more to come from there. But if we just look ahead for a moment to that, the Cricket World Cup qualifier in Zimbabwe, that's a real chance to maybe beat a test nation for the first time. Then on to September, we will see Nepal take on India and Pakistan for the first time in their history. They are going to be 2 momentous occasions, ones that nobody will ever forget. And what's more than that, I suspect Nepal are going to go on to bigger and better things. And this young team, keep your eyes on them. To sum up the tournament, it's difficult to do in such a short video. I think my main message is just one of thanks. I've absolutely loved every second of it. It has been quite sensational. The crowds, the passion, the love, the adoration for the game, it really is unlike anywhere else in the world. Just the sheer joy is just magnificent. So to be a part of that over the last few weeks and over the last 5 or 6 years, I just want to say thank you everyone. Dhanyavad so much. I've loved it. I've really enjoyed doing these daily updates as well. Might try and see if we can do that again for Zimbabwe, but I need a bit of a rest. I was a wreck yesterday. One final thought. At the end of the day, when all of the people had stayed for that, I just thought the moment where Nepal took that celebratory lap of celebration alongside their fans, that was something I won't forget. And then the Nepal flag went out to the middle with goosebumps all throughout the post-match celebration. So credit to everyone involved, to everyone from CAN, to everyone from ACC. It was a brilliant event, and I have to say, I think the right team have qualified for the Asia Cup. For me, I'm going to go offline for a little bit now, but I'll see you very soon. Thanks so much. Dhanyavad and namaste.